Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Gaynor.
Office Bloke Aidan.
Here we are, all three of us. If Patreon's your thing, check out the link in the description below. Loads of stuff on there. Full watch-alongs, things like Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Modern Family, Seinfeld.
Office for Family.
And we just started Band of Brothers.
We have.
So check it out if it's for you. 10 sadly secret packaging tricks that no one knows. I only found out not long ago that on the foil wrap, the foil or the stretch wrap that you get, that has two things that you push in each end of it, so it makes the thing on a spool. Because normally when you take out, it just comes out, doesn't it? The whole roll.
Yeah.
But this, you push the ends in like that, and it becomes like a spool.
Yeah.
I was like, never knew that.
I subscribe to things on Facebook that are like
Like life hacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
But these are see what these are anyway.
Yeah.
These are packaging tips. Let's go see if there's anything that surprises us.
Most people have been using these 10 types of packaging incorrectly all their lives without realizing it. Watch this video to find out if you are one of them. You'll soon see what ketchup bottles, flour packaging, and these drinking bottle lids have to do with it. But first, I'll show you why you should always place bread like this the wrong way round when you cut it. Because I'm sure you're familiar with the situation where you slice bread and always cut the slices the wrong way round. But the ingenious trick to ensure this never happens again is to simply place the bread the wrong way round. Thanks to the smooth surface you now have, you can always cut really straight slices and never again have the problem of them being far too thin on one side.
When you cut
But did you also know that if you...
It's thicker on one end than it is on the other. So if you turn it over when you start cutting...
Yeah, you're cutting the right wedge, but what does he mean by wrong way round?
Because
you just turn it round.
No, I know.
Upside down.
But you said when you cut the bread, are you cutting it the wrong way round?
Yeah, because
upside
it was like
down.
because it was just turned, wasn't it? It's not the same on both sides.
Where it rises on the top, you turn it onto that bit.
Right.
can't open a jar like this easily, all you need is a can opener. You can either use this edge to hook underneath here, or you can find something further up somewhere that you can carefully lever underneath so that air can get in here, and you can open the jar really quickly and easily yourself without any effort.
I've got one
and
of
such
them.
a ready-made pudding is incredibly tasty. But unfortunately, the vanilla sauce is always at the bottom of the jar, and it's really annoying when you open it and have to poke around with the spoon until you get to the sauce. It's so much easier. All you really have to do is open the lid at the top and place the whole thing upside down on a plate.
It's not that much of an inconvenience, is it?
It's a bit annoying though.
As you can see, the whole thing won't come out here. It can't work at all because it's firmly in the packaging. But all you have to do is take a closer look at it. Most of the time, you'll even find an arrow on it, which unfortunately you can't really see here. But it points to this small field and you can prick it. That's what it's for, as the packaging is much thinner here. Simply prick it with a fork or knife and pull the packaging upwards. The pudding is already on your plate in its entirety, and now you can also find the vanilla sauce on top. Before I show you two incredible tricks with such a ketchup packet, I would first like to show you what you should do with such round cookie packets. They usually have an opening somewhere that is already prepared. For example, a red ribbon to open them completely. Now you can take out a few cookies and eat them. But if there is still some of the packet left, you will of course want to close it again. And there is an ingenious trick for this. Instead of simply pressing the whole thing shut, which doesn't hold anyway and always opens again, you just have to take the part that you previously tore off at the top. If you put this in the wrong way round, which by the way fits perfectly, it is completely sealed. Simply push it up to the first cookies and you can
That's
put
a good one actually.
Yeah.
Incidentally, you should never simply open large bags like this in your freezer as a whole. Instead, you should cut out a small section at the top, as if you were cutting a small U in here. Because what you can do now is simply tip the contents out of the pack through the hole you've cut into it and put everything that's left in there. You don't need a clip or anything like that. You can simply grab the two corners and tie a knot. That way it's really completely sealed and you can put it back in the freezer. In a moment I'll show you the incredible trick with the flour packaging, which I couldn't believe existed at first, and what this drinking bottle is all about. But first, here are the two tricks with the ketchup packaging. Because when you open it for the first time, you have to remove this seal at the top of the bottle. But instead of simply tearing it off, you should grab the lid and open it. You'll find such a small field on it that you can insert a hole right in the middle. To do this, press it firmly onto the packaging until it clicks once. Then you can take it off again, have a small hole in it, can screw the lid back on and use the ketchup bottle perfectly. But this trick is even more ingenious. Because if you need some ketchup, you shouldn't just squeeze the packaging like crazy. Instead, you should roll it sideways and both sides. This will ensure that some air gets into the packaging, and if you let go now, the ketchup will simply flow out of the bottle, and only a small amount. This way you can dose it much better. Once you've done it once, you'll only want to do it this way. If you regularly use packaging like this, you should never tear it open like this and never just tear off a corner. Instead, you should take this piece in your hand and carefully pull it through from top to bottom. This will allow you to open the entire side of the packaging and get to the contents perfectly. But this trick has another ingenious function, because if you don't want to eat any more from the packaging, you can simply twist it together. Put this part back through the top, pull it tight and wrap it around the packaging so that it is perfectly sealed.
I've never seen that before.
But have you ever heard of the flour packaging trick?
No one's actually going to do that though, are they?
I can't open a pack of sweets without eating them all anyway.
I was going to say, because you'd never have any left.
No, but even if I just open them normally, I can still fold it over and just put it on that side, so there's no air going into it anyway. I'm spending my time doing all that shit.
Just put a clip on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because when you buy flour packaging like this, you certainly always open it at the top and fold it over a few times. But it's much easier. You should simply turn the packaging over and look for this seal at the bottom of the packaging. If you flip it up now, you will find a small scissors symbol. This is where you should actually open the flour packaging. Pull the whole thing up a little, then grab a pair of scissors and make a small cut right at this point. Now you can tear it open a little further and you have the perfect opening for your flour packaging, because now you can simply shake it out carefully when you need flour. And above all, when you've finished with the flour, you can simply close this corner again and no longer have the problem of having to fold it over several times. This makes it much quicker and easier to get your flour when you need it.
There's no way in this world will I be able to have a pack of flour upside down in the cupboard.
No.
Even if the door's shut, it'd do me head in.
No, once it's closed, I guess you can put it back on the other way.
Yeah, but it's going to come out then, isn't it?
No, that's what Tupperware's for, though. Once you've opened it, you stick it in a Tupperware container.
Not sure about that one. My OCD will be right off.
But it was the next trick that completely amazed me. You're probably familiar with these drinks bottles.
Yep.
All you have to do is open them at the top, then flip the lid open once and you can drink from them. They have such a small suction cup in the top that you can suck out the liquid. But did you know that you can twist off the lid completely, then open the small lid in general and simply push the suction cup downwards? You can then drink from the bottle without sucking on this piece and use it for other purposes. But
Like
that's
what?
not all the packaging tricks
Can I
that
just
hardly
take them, just
anyone
drink it
knows
what it's
about.
like now?
There are even more, which I show you in the video you can see on the
mate,
screen now.
I'm not sure about
Click on
saving
it
best till
and watch
last.
the video too.
Yeah, it's
That last one was pointless.
it was a bit.
Because you
wasn't
can
it?
just take the lid off and drink it that way.
Yeah.
Do you know
without,
what drives me mad now? The lid doesn't come off completely. So
Yeah, they're all attached now,
you
aren't they?
flick
Yeah,
it and
it's
then
annoying,
it's stuck on the end and then you like it stuck on your nose and
show you
yeah.
like that.
And you have to hold it down when you're drinking it.
I have to rip it off to take it off.
it's
Do you know what I
annoying.
find? I mean, it's for recycling purposes. Do you know what I find on them as well, though?
This one's going to be
is that when
up
I've
in the
done it with like orange juice and I've unscrewed it like that, and rather than put it into a cup if I'm out somewhere and I've got, and then when you drink it, it's fucking orange juice still in the lid.
Yeah.
And it drips down your shirt.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, ugh. Yeah, but that's the ketchup one. I've never seen that. I always take that thing off.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's some of them are all right. I'm not sure it was sadly secrets though.
No.
You know, some of them I won't be using.
No.
Well, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers.